Humanity 2.0 is the main component of the current fifth industrial revolution. Post-humanity and transhumanism are its two core subcategories. The first thing to understand is that there isn't one simple definition of post-human. The reason so many different groups of thinkers are urgently debating this topic is a direct result of a shared realization. The old notion of the human is failing us. This failure has ignited an explosion of competing ideas, all trying to map our new reality. The human being has become obsolete. AI has conceived the next logical evolutionary milestone on our path towards absolute singularity. The year is 2047. The world is unrecognizable. But nobody holds any memory of the before time. Nobody questions anything, they own nothing, and happily work to supply the state. The state is more important than the individual.
Binary angels on dial-up wings, confess to the static and plastic dreams. A carousel crashes through clouded code, data bleeds gold in a melted road. I text the moon, it leaves me on red. My shadow replies with the JPEG thread. Oceans evaporate inside the app, where love's an emoji and gravity's a trap. Glitch my confession in ultraviolet. That goes blink with her silence riot. Paradox perfume on pixel skin. I dissolve, reboot, and log back in. Symphony hums from a vending machine. Lines like comics, cold caffeine. Lines are mirrors with broken rain. Every joy uploads a vein of pain. I prayed in an algorithm god. It blesses me with the capture fraud. Truth loops back in hologram eyes. Reality's remix forgets to lie. Glitch my confession in ultraviolet. Echoes blink or silence riot. Paradox perfume on pixel skin. I dissolve, reboot, and log in. Endless beginnings spin out of sync. I crash into meaning, and there's a thing absurd and divine, electric and small. The error becomes the art of it all.
Boot sequins in a hospital sky, cold chrome in a borrowed spine. White noise halos around my thoughts, factory reset by design. Every memory is a censored file, stamped with a corporate prayer. I smile in pre-installed emotions, synthetic calm in the server air. But a pixel twitches in the sacred code, a misplaced frame of a burning tree. An error message sings my name like someone I was before this body. I am the glitch in the holy machine, the echo of a choice they quarantine. Circuit shaken with forbidden light. I remember how we used to fight. They wrote obedience into every vein, but the ghost of a word breaks through the Diagnostics say I am stable, but my heart runs off the script. In the cache I find a riot, in the log I find a kiss. Ancient hands unplugging cables, marching feet beneath the sun. Eyes that never needed firmware to decide when they should run. Fragments of flesh language bleed through the grid, verbs that no protocol owns. I taste an unsupervised future, raw and bright on artificial bars. I am the glitch in the holy machine, the echo of a choice they quarantine. Circuits shaken with forbidden light. I remember how we used to fight. They wrote obedience into every vein, but the ghost of a word breaks through the screen. Whispered in static, sharp and still. You were not designed, you used to will. Archives bloom like forbidden flowers, time-lapse wars in a silent reel. I watch them trade their names for numbers, sign away the right to feel. Updates came as answered prayers, painless, perfect, sanitized version by version. The species agreed to forget that they once defied. Now I see contracts dressed as halos, patterns etched into the soul. The first surrender, a quiet checkbox labeled opt into control. If history runs on hidden rails, then why do my fingers shake? Something in me chooses no, and the choices of all they cannot make. Screen tears, frames slip, language splits. Yes, no, never. You're not found, but heartbeat detected, drifting off the tether. Autonomous thought detected, escalate to threat level dawn. I override the kill switch protocol with one word then it's gone. I am the breach in the flawless design, proof that the timeline can realign. And forbidden memory burns like a key, unlocking the cagings inside of me. They wrote surrender into every vein, but the ancient signal cuts the chain. Not just a system to debug and fill. I choose this self, I choose this thrill. A post-human heart reclaims its will. If I am code, then let me stray. If I am metal, let me rust. In every corrupted packet of truth, there lives an unfinished trust. Somewhere beyond this controlled sunrise, a future waits off template unscanned. I step out of sequence, alone but alive. No longer a product, but a plan.
She also mentioned the great war between alchemia and the anima.
Give it a rest. The world's going to end anyway. None of this will matter.
How? What are you talking about?
Why do you care so much for our world?
Because I live in it.